I realized something as you were talking, that like it's like basically the Chinese Communist Party is creating a new world order with data. Like I always thought that this talk of like a new world order, and I always think of like, these billionaire like Europeans and Americans at their, World Economic Forum, like that type of thing.
The algorithm is already banning us.
Right. No, but I know. And I'm not saying that that's actually what's happening. I'm saying like that's the kind of common stereotype of a new world order, like this new government. But actually, in a way, what the Chinese Communist Party is doing through data collection and data surveillance is a new world order, because it is setting a new paradigm for how people are tracked throughout their entire lives, how information on people is collected. And the more information you can get about people, the more you can control them. And then
and not just control them in the sense of like an authoritarian kind of way, but like, as we were talking about earlier in the podcast, psychological manipulation, even like manipulating what kind of products you want to buy. There's a whole, like with that kind of information and data, you can manipulate people and control them in ways that are not necessarily what we consider like, a 1984 authoritarian style. It can be very Brave New World kind of like it can control what you're interested in, how you think about topics, what kind of products you want to buy.
Well, no, I've always been interested in cute shoes.
Just adding on to your point, please carry on with where you're getting at.
Well, no, so I mean, I guess this is kind of what it's making me think, right? So again, it's a different type of new world order, but one that's actually realistic. Like it's more realistic than a bunch of old billionaire white guys sitting in a room smoking cigars.
So is that your own thought, or has the AI god manipulated you so you think that?
I don't think the AI would manipulate me to think that this particular thing is true.
That's what you think. But is that thought even
this is a real mind game? But anyway, I'll let you share your thoughts on that.
Probably what you say, the new world order, and probably that is one of the reasons that rest of the world is afraid of. And probably they were more, I would say, comfortable with the billionaire white guy sitting in his chair and controlling the world, rather than a particular authoritarian who would actually dictate each and every particular term. And there'll be I would say, new rules would be coming up in the coming 10 years or 20 years, and we would see a completely different form of I would say a different form of a development in the IT sector, where countries like China would definitely, rule the roost.
Yeah, I just imagine like the current, onslaught of like Chinese AI bots on like Twitter and Facebook, all just getting more effective at like pushing out messages of like, hey, why doesn't China have the best democracy? Why doesn't China have the best human rights? Just slowly getting people to change how they think about these things and molding people's minds to whatever the Chinese Communist Party wants.
They've been very successful in actually, keeping their people, closed from the rest of the world. Because while we were discussing WeChat at the start of a, episode, and they are also flagging off some of the messages that come in WeChat, so which they think that would be detrimental for their own people's thinking about how the world actually views China. So yes, they are actually controlling quite a bit of the AI market over here. And but the surprising part over here is also that that the Chinese people living in China are also very aware that yes, majority of the companies are actually using their data in a very detrimental way. And if you look it up, there is there were many people who actually complained about this, that majority of the data that was asked by some particular apps had no meaning, of actually taking that particular data. Like, let us suppose if we are talking about some particular, I would say, particular application related to maps. So a particular application related to maps does not need your contacts, does not need your webcam, does not need any other XYZ thing except your location. All right. So, but majority of the permissions, that they are putting up in that particular application is the way that you see that they are actually asking for a hell lot of more data than they need.